so unfortunate that whole Hinduism lost this Upanishad. Buddhism is still able to create more and more enlightened beings just because they held on to that one truth, Zazen. Zazen means just sitting. It is so unfortunate, even the priests in the South Indian temples are standing and doing puja. So this idea of sitting is completely lost. Above the Mahakal, if you see, all temples will be sitting and doing puja. Below the Mahakal, all will be standing and doing puja. It is unfortunate. You may think, what is there in sitting? You don't know. I tell you, you don't know. Power of sitting. By sitting, you will learn how to be sitting with aloneness. Rahasistitaha. Aatmanam rahasistitaha. That is why in Hindu tradition, the highest practice is called Upanishad. The highest preaching is called Upanishad. Even the place where the teaching is transmitted is called seat. Peeta. Understand? So much of importance was given to sitting. I tell you, if you learn sitting, you will easily pick up the sitting with yourself. The Upanishad. If I have my own way, I'll really tell all our ashrams and centers, have furnitures, chairs only for the people who can't sit on the floor. Elders or who are sick or handicapped. Even to all our devotees, I give this as a spiritual instruction. Only when you are not feeling well, when you can't sit on the floor, use furnitures. Otherwise, even in the house, have furnitures for the visitors. But when you all guys sit, all you guys sit on the floor. You don't know. This habit of sitting on the floor will slowly help you to sit with yourself. Upanishad. So in 11 days, you can catch that Upanishad Samyama. In Buddhism, they have a very beautiful way. They'll just gaze at the wall. Facing the wall, they'll sit and gaze. No thoughts allowed. Just sit. Bodhidharma sat in Upanishad for 12 years, gazing the wall. Now after all you guys Niraharis, you may need to move your head away from the wall maybe 3 times a day for juice. I really wanted Hinduism to get back to that truth of Upanishad. It is so sad. When I went to Nepal this time in Kathmandu, I saw 82% Hindu population, only 5% Buddhist population. But go in any street, you will find 10 Buddhist monks going around. You will not find a single Hindu monk. It is so sad. You guys lost all the spiritual wealth you inherited. Why do you think your next generation is not becoming monks? Because it was never based on the spiritual inspiration. You can see those Buddhist monks, highly educated, cultured, working on the spiritual truths. The few Hindu monks you will see, that's also very few, one or two, old beggars in Kathmandu, Pasupitanath temple, asking for a few penny. That's it. I take a vow in the name of Mahakala and Mahakali, just through the Akashic readings, inspiring and initiating, I will create at least 100,000 sadhus, sannyasis. I mean, youngsters, celibates, living enlightenment and spreading enlightenment, giving life to the Vedic tradition. It is really unfortunate that this great spiritual heritage in Zen monasteries, Buddhist monasteries, you can see thousands of monks sitting in Zazen for a whole day. Hats off to ISKCON movement for making ajapa japa as a lifestyle. They at least brought that back. But one of the greatest heritage of Hinduism, the Vedic tradition, the Upanishad, neither gurus talk about it, nor disciples practice. The general public do not even have a confidence that Upanishad is possible in their life. In Hinduism, if you are a monk, you can't even survive unless you do some social service. I am not against social service. Just now I blessed the people who gave the money. I am going to send this and going to do social service. But that should not replace our mystical explorations. Unfortunately, in Hinduism, the mystical exploring has been replaced by running school, colleges and hospitals. Each person inspired about enlightenment is a diamond. His time and energy should be directed towards achieving the enlightenment and radiating the extraordinary experiences and powers of enlightenment. As a part-time, second or third priority, he can be doing some social service, nothing wrong. But it is unfortunate that social service has become a mainstream religion. I tell you, even social service should be teaching enlightenment. This is the priority list I am giving for my sannyasis. Understand. First, achieving enlightenment. Second, radiating the extraordinary powers and experiences of enlightenment. Third, social service along with the lines of enlightenment, like teaching the science of enlightenment. Only fourth is doing other social services, because there are millions of people to do that work. Whatever you think as best and you found as best in your life, share that with the world. If you are a seeker, enlightenment is the best thing you found in your life. Share that with the world. You will have enlightenment, you will give only anasin metasin to the people. It is cheating. So the seekers, even if you do social service in ordinary sense, You are cheating the world. You are hiding the important thing with you and giving only small things to the world. A seeker should give the signs of enlightenment to the world. That is the biggest gift. Let there be spiritual revolution. I give this as a spiritual instruction to all our devotees. If you want to have two children, go for 4 and hand over to the Dhyanapeetham. Bring them up with a spiritual culture from the beginning and reach them to Dhyanapeetham. We need thousands of sannyasis to revive the Vedic tradition. People sometimes ask me, why don't you adopt all the orphans and bring them up, Swamiji? I tell you, no. Only if the kids grow in the happy family, they live as a true sannyasis. Not otherwise. Not otherwise. Otherwise they become cunning, cheats. I know. Our devotees are the happiest families on the planet Earth. The best possible, happiest families. There may be some fights 1 or 2 days here and there, whatever it may be, but best possible. Especially if both of you are connected. Husband and wife both are connected means that is the best possible. And the kids growing. Only when I remember all these great truths, I feel, oh God, how did we lose this concept of Upanishad when Buddhists are able to retain their Zazen? Why did Upanishad did not become part of our common man? Go to any poorest villager in Tibet. He will be doing ajapa japa with a rosary. Drivers who drive our vehicles during the Kailash Yatra will be doing ajapa japa with a rosary. When Tibetan Buddhism is able to retain ajapa japa, when Japanese Zen tradition is able to retain Zazen, how did you idiots lose Upanishad? No, really. These are such a beautiful, simple, non-expensive, lifestyle-based great truths. To experience Upanishad, you don't need to be rich. You don't need any preconditions. You don't even need a special place. These are lifestyle-based truths. Sometimes it feels so much of pain, oh God. Why did these fellows lose all these basic truths? I tell you, I had been to village of India. Only in North India, that also just in very few parts of North Indian villages, the ajapa japa is retained. Other than that, throughout India, nowhere I see these core spiritual concepts are alive. At the most, what we know as Hinduism is going to temple once in a while and putting few coins to the priest, putting few flowers on the deity and showing a camphor and coming off, that's all. The first word you will hear when you want to learn about Hinduism is Upanishad. Maybe second word. First word will be Vedas and second word will be Upanishad. Sometimes Upanishad will be first word because Upanishad is the essence of Vedas. Even if you want to jumpstart learning Hinduism, first thing you will learn is Upanishad. How did the mainstream Hindus do not even know Upanishad? I tell you guys. Mainstream Hindus do not even know Upanishad unless there is a spiritual revolution where millions of, not even thousands, millions of youngsters take up the sannyas life and study the spiritual truths day in and day out. Start living it. There is no hope for Hinduism. There is no hope for the spiritual tradition. If only millions of youngsters realize this truth, science of enlightenment, and bring it to their life and radiate it to others, only then these great spiritual truths can be revived. Again, life can be breathed into these precepts. I lived in so many Vedantic monasteries. As an insider, I tell you, even the great Vedantic monasteries, akhadas, which represent Hinduism, do not know Upanishad. You will not find any of them sitting. Some of the biggest missionaries, the Hindu missionaries, their total spiritual practice is 108 times repeat the mantra morning. Upanishad Samyama. Sitting with aloneness. It's a beautiful word. Ekaki yadachittatma nirashira parigraha. Just sit in aloneness with yourself. And connect with yourself by unclutching. Even such a simple thing like Upanishad has to be taught by an incarnation. See the damage done to the Vedic tradition. This should have been told to you by your mother at the age of 5. Your mother should have taught you this and told you, Upanishad means sit my child, sit without worrying and thinking, sit without being bothered. This is the way you will grow, not only physically, consciously. How you have, see, when a mother talks to a child, she tells, hey, eat, only then you will grow like your elder brother. You will become stronger like your father. Same way, in each house we should have one example of enlightenment. She should tell, sit in Upanishad, only then you will become like your grandfather. See how graceful he is? Established in peace and knowledge, you will become like that. I'll make enlightenment as a household subject. Even these middle class women, middle-aged middle class women, they are the atom bomb of India. No, I tell you. They are the atomic energy of India. Middle-aged middle class women of India. They are the atomic energy. Either they become electricity and useful to the society, or they will become atom bomb. my success was I hit that crowd. See, the India's hands were youngsters, legs were retired people, eyes are politicians, brain is bureaucrats, body is middle-aged, middle-class women. That is the most unused resource of India. The only thing they practice, the religion of the middle-aged, middle-class women of India is TV soaps, TV serials. Upanishad should have been their religion. Unfortunately, never they were given the understanding, nor the technique, or the inspiration. So their life is wasted in front of the TV. I really wanted to start a TV channel just to make all this as a mainstream lifestyle. We will do it. We will do it. We will do it. Upanishad can do so much good. I tell you, Hinduism, it's yet to be discovered in India. We lost it 500 years before, and we are still yet to discover it. I really feel sad to teach such simple things. I should be teaching how to materialize, how to express extraordinary yogic powers, how to initiate others into Kundalini awakening. But instead, I'm sitting and teaching you how to sit. No, in Buddhist families, by the time you are 10, you know Zazen, you know Ajapa Japa. You better know about death. They will teach you. If I am allowed, I will make a law that from every house one person should become sannyasi. We need large number of monasteries, sannyasis, spiritual education centers, universities, theology seminaries, spirituality teaching organizations. Aatmanam Rahasistitaha. Sitting in aloneness with the self. One side I am feeling so joyful. I had the knowledge and opportunity and the possibility to experience, practice all this at young age. Other side, I feel so much of pain. That why did all this not become mainstream lifestyle? What is the risk in people just learning to sit in the young age? Why was neither parents nor social leaders or spiritual leaders are even aware of these basic simple truths and not reaching it out to the mainstream people? Why did our thinking trend become so polluted and corrupted by this paid news, bribery media? Why should we bother? If some Bollywood star is living in relationship with somebody and that actress's dog has a chicken pox and the dog's girlfriend dog is having a cancer, and that pissed on their car. No, it's really sickening. What informations are becoming our lifestyle Because you consume, they give. Because they give, you consume. Everybody bothers about the economical, political, social corruption. Nobody is bothered about the conscious corruption. They think this does not need to be a first priority. Conscious corruption happened and happening to the Vedic civilization. I vow to teach all these simple basic truths as a lifestyle by creating millions of sannyasis. This is the Guru walk for all my sannyasis and sadhus. You live and radiate such peace and joy and understanding and capacity. So anybody who comes in contact with you feels jealous of you and takes up the lifestyle you are living. I gave up eating solid food not to prove anything to anybody. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. Just to inspire. Inspire the next generation. I am making you all niraharis, not to save the food cost for the planet Earth or this country, to inspire millions. From now, I am not just going to tell people to do inner awakening, to live enlightenment. I am going to straight tell, become a sannyasi. India now really needs millions of sannyasis and rishis. People are so insensitive. They care only for their career, foolish career, which will lead to only more and more depression and suffering. It is time that all you sannyasis and sadhus, rishis who are living in the ashram, create the ambience for the next generation to come inside. You all grow to accommodate them, to live a happy life, and train them by the example, not by bullying, but by Nandiing. Nandi teaches by example. I create a new word. Nandiing is the opposite word of bullying. Nandi is one of the greatest guru in Saiva tradition. In Saiva tradition, 4 are considered as guru. Devi, Nandi, Subramanya and Sanakadi rishis. These are the 4 major sampradayas in Saiva tradition. We belong to Devi's tradition because as we follow the Shiva Sutras, live this Upanishad Samyama and reach out to the whole world. All these great truths, such a simple, no-risk process, all these will do only good, will never do anything bad. Let's reach out to the world with these beautiful, simple to practice samyamas and revive the Vedic tradition, revive the Upanishadic tradition.
The first question today is from Rohan, Hubli, Karnataka, who's asking, respected Swamiji, tourism in India has great potential. Recently, Karnataka government has received 35,000 crores of investment bids to develop tourist infrastructure in heritage site Hampi. Swamiji, what are your comments on developing tourism in India, especially spiritual tourism, and yet retaining the sanctity and sacredness of the places?
Beautiful question. Rohan, understand what is retaining the sanctity and sacredness of a place, spiritual place. If a person sees the deity or a place with feeling of sacred, the place's sanctity is maintained. If the person does not see that place or the deity with a sacredness, the place does not retain its sanctity and the sanctity is disturbed. Please understand. I strongly condemn the pseudo-Hindus stopping Westerners, other religious people into Hindu temples, not allowing them having darshan of the deities. Please understand. I wanted to make this very clear. Even in all Indian temples, I tell you, millions of Indian atheists and the fellows who don't have any respect, does not carry any sacredness for the deity, enter and have darshan. They are the fellows who are disturbing the sanctity. Millions of Westerners come carrying so much of sacredness, are not allowed to have the darshan of the deity, is strongly condemnable. Yesterday, the representative of the Pope went to Tanjore temple and these cheap fellows, few fanatic Hindus did not allow him to have the darshan of the main deity. I strongly condemn that. I welcome Pope's representative and I sincerely invite him to our temples. Please come and experience and have darshan of two Vedic Hindu tradition. I am going to send him a formal invitation. He came to India to attend the Velangani festival. The representative of Pope came to India to attend the Velangani festival. After attending the festival, he made a statement, nothing like this ever I have seen in any country. Because the whole festival was based on the Hindu tradition. The chariot being pulled and the deity being brought, everything. And he was so impressed. He wanted to see some of the big temples of Hindu tradition. Unfortunate. It is really unfortunate. We should have welcomed him and took him to the temple and made him have the darshan of the main deity. See, when he wants to see, naturally he carries the sacredness. He is not coming there to disrespect or reduce the sanctity. We Hindus need to be more open and with understanding. How to retain the sanctity and sacredness? First thing, in all temples, have enough priests who can talk, make people understand the story of the deity and create the sacredness in people and make them go and have darshan with that sacred feeling. That is the only way to retain the sanctity. I know millions of so-called Hindus, they go to the temple not to see the deity, but to see the women who are coming to the temple or to do other mischievous things. You guys are allowing all these fellows into the temple. When somebody comes to experience the sacredness, you don't allow them. We have to retain the sanctity, no doubt. So when they come, educate them. No camera, no photography. This is the worship place. Please wear this dress and have this mala. And this is deity representing God's energy. So this is sacred. When you go in front, offer your prayers and meditate, bow down. Educate them. They will carry more sacred sentiment in their eyes than so many so-called pseudo-Hindus who are going there just for time pass. I know, I can tell you. In India, Thousands of people go to temple. I have seen. They will be sitting there and chatting all their house stories, or seeing who comes and who goes. Understand, the spiritual tourism is going to be the mainstream business of India, main income source of India very soon. Because one of the biggest good thing is happening is now, fortunately, we have many Indian historians standing in the international forums and asserting the antique value of our temples and asserting the authentic, ancient, the age of our temples. Earlier, British were telling the age of our temples and tradition. Now, fortunately, Indians are telling the age and history and authenticity of our temples to the international community. So the people are realizing, discovering the age of our temples, authenticity, architectural wonders, and the heritage value of our temples. As a guru who has worked with the human beings from 191 countries, I can tell you, O India and Hindus of India, decision makers of Hindu religious endowment boards, open the temples and spiritual sites to the whole world. Not only the Westerners, other religious people who come to visit, even the Indians who come to visit every time should go through that sacredness session. Even they should be reminded. They are entering into a sanctum sanctorum. They are going to have a personal time with God. They are going to meet the God's energy face to face. They should be reminded when they are standing in queue. Batch by batch, they should be reminded. There should be enough of teachers. They should be reminded that you are going to have personal time with God. When you carry that sacred sentiment in your eyes and go there, only then the sanctity of the place is not disturbed. Even if you are a born Hindu, if you go there, for a moment you think, it's a stone decorated with the jewels, the sanctity of the place is destroyed. You may be from any religion, any country. When you go with the mood to see the divine there, not only you are not disturbing the sanctity, you are adding to the sanctity. So learn to educate people. See, there is a beautiful festival happens in Velangan every year. The Mother of Jesus. There is a temple for Mother of Jesus. The celebration happens as per the Hindu culture. It's a, union of both the traditions, Hindu tradition and Christian tradition, and millions of Hindus visit that temple to have darshan. So all the rituals and celebrations are observed like Hindu tradition. So he was just impressed seeing that ritual and the devotion Hindus show to the Jesus Mother, to Virgin Mary. So he wanted to visit a Hindu temple to have an idea. What's the wrong? These fellows took him around the temple, did not allow him inside the sanctum sanctorum. It is sad that they did not allow him inside the sanctum sanctorum. And I am sure he would have respected all traditions. When he wants to come and visit, he would have respected all traditions. You can see the worship the Hindus offer for the Mary. You can see millions of Hindus gather to offer worship to the Devi. So the celebration is observed in a more Hindu cultural way. As you can see the umbrellas and everything. Just like Meenakshi temple procession. Few more views about the spiritual tourism. I tell you guys, spiritual tourism is not only going to be a huge economical income source for India, it is going to bring tremendous prestige and following of Indian Vedic culture internationally. So the Indian government should take up this as a mainstream business and promote. Not only that, create enough of guides who can speak in international languages like English, French, Spanish, and educate the visitors in half an hour through the PowerPoint presentation or through a documentary or through talking. Create that sacred sentiment in them, and take them to the temple, take them to the main shrine, show the religious sites, show the spiritual sites, show the religious monuments, show the spiritual temples. And fortunately, in Tiruvannamalai, Ramana Maharshi interfered and banned this law in 1947 itself. So in Tiruvannamalai temple, no Westerner will be stopped. All of you can see, only in Madurai will be stopped. In Tiruvannamalai, nobody will stop you. In Tiruvannamalai temple, you won't even find that board. The non-Hindus are not allowed. Because at that time, when they tried to bring that law, Ramana Maharshi interfered and said, no. In Tiruvannamalai, all will be allowed. All should be allowed to have darshan. Some fanatic Hindu said, why? No, we will not allow. Ramana Maharshi said, hey, as per the tradition and the spiritual instruction, in Tiruvannamalai, the hill is the main deity. You will stop people seeing the hill. Hill is the main deity. You can stop the people seeing the hill or what? Hill is the first deity. Even now, every day, the first puja is done to the hill. When there is a consecration of the temple, Kumbhabhishekam of the temple, the first Abhishekam, first Kalasha is poured on the hill. Only second is poured on the main deity. Third is the living master. In Tiruvannamalai, Shiva is available in 3 forms. So Ramana Maharshi said, he is available first deity is the hill, second is Shivalinga, third is me. He said directly, third is the living master. You cannot stop people seeing that and this. So you will hide only that small Shivalinga. So then the government passed exemption for Tiruvannamalai temple. Tiruvannamalai temple is the only temple in whole Tamil Nadu where you will not find that board non-Hindus are not allowed, and anybody can go up to the sanctum. The level public is allowed. The level I am allowed, anyone is allowed. Anyone can go and have darshan. Still they retain the tradition. So I wanted that same tradition to be practiced in all Hindu temples of India. See, in those days we had the problem that they may bomb, they may do some terrorist activity and all that. Now have enough security for that, that's all. And educate them over. I think it is time we open everything to the whole world. If any of you are interested in some flourishing business, I tell you guys, the spiritual tourism in India is going to flourish in a huge way. It is going to just take off. If you make any investments in that field, it is going to become at least 100 times more. By 2012 to the 2015, the spiritual tourism in India is going to become a biggest solution for the depression the world is going to suffer. So there is going to be a huge population, huge world population going to come to India for spiritual tourism. This is going to be one of the biggest flourishing business. If you want, invest in that field. you will make a lot of money. Maybe I can inspire some of our devotees to launch a company for spiritual tourism and encourage it.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhanapeetam, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroga nivarakam Vande papa vinashaktam Nithyanandaya swagatam Nityamuktam nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka pradipakam Vande shantamayam bandham Nithyanandaya swagatam.